Brooklyn's historic The Black Lady Theater is now taking bookings. Host your next birthday party, concert, networking event, baby or bridal shower, wedding, art show, gala, corporate event, live stage play, audition, and so much more. At the one and only The Black Lady Theater. Mention code GODCAST for 15% off your rental fee. Code good for the first time customers only. Valid for a limited time. Call 718-771-0900 to book your event today.
Peace. Today is Sunday, July 7th, making today's math God. Sunday, God Day. No explanation necessary. Peace to the gods and earth. Welcome back to Yanadameen Godcast. I am Rah Digga. Noticeably absent is the ever so vocal Lord Jamar. He is currently out vacationing with his beautiful family. Hey family. We wish you safe travels and, make sure you come back in one piece. I'm glad you're not in DR because, bad things are happening to Americans out in DR. I see you out there, campaigning the flat earth. You're on vacation, bro. It's okay. It's okay to just vacation. You can punch the clock. It's totally okay, man. But anywho, we love you. We miss you. Can't wait for you to get back. Don't worry, I'm gonna hold it down. Got a dope show lined up for this week. We got some gifts in the house. So I came in to this lovely surprise. Some products, some lotions, some creams, some gels. And this was all courtesy of, I done lost the card. Oh, here we go. Courtesy of Rain's Natural Beauty. So thank you so much for your wonderful gifts. They are addressed to Lord Digga, Rah Digga, and Lord Jamar. But yeah, I'll be taking this. Since Jamar isn't here, I'll be taking these in his stead. Here to accept the award on his behalf. Speaking of donations, if you would like to donate to the show, you can go to cash.me/$Yanadameen or patreon.com/Yanadameen or Yanadameen.com/support or bounty.com/Yanadameen. Hey, I got all that out. I got my cheat sheet. I know. So, anywho, we have a very special guest coming. But in the meantime, just wanted to mention a couple of things. We have the 4th of July coming later on this week. Supposed to be Independence Day. Big deal. We're not independent, right? And also, happy birthday to Tony Touch. I will be performing on his birthday bash boat ride July 5th. So, go on, get your tickets. Come on out. Throw on your finest white apparel and let's get it popping. And see what else is going on. The BET Awards just aired. We had a lot of people getting serenaded, if you will. Shouts out to Mary J. Blige. Gave a awesome. Yo, can I just tip my hat to the Queen, Mary J. Blige? Auntie Mary, you are a goddess. Like, it's so crazy how 20 years, 25, almost 30 years later, like you still look good as ever. I don't know if that's divorce. You're wearing divorce well, girl. You're looking like a fox, Gina. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful performance. And she got so many hits, man. Like, it's so crazy how, like, you know, I've been a fan of Mary J. Blige over the years, but to hear it all, like, just back to back to back to back like that, crazy. She killed it. Shouts out to Tyler Perry for winning I believe, Icon Award or something to that effect. He gave a very, very dope speech. Something that stood out to me in that speech, where he said, and this is something that, like, I live by. When he said, you know, while all you guys were over there fighting with the Oscars, protesting Oscars so white, Oscars so white, I said, to hell with all of that. I'm gonna be over here building my own table for black folks to sit at. Can we just give a round of applause for that? Like, that right there struck such a chord with me, and I know there are people out there that, you know, opinions may vary with Tyler Perry. I know there's some people that feel away, and trust me, I've heard the conversations. People feel away about him putting on dresses. People feel away about I guess perpetuating the caricature stereotypes of black people in his films, and I do get those arguments, but, you know, like I said in the previous segment when we were discussing just black people, wealthy black people just doing and giving back, you can't take anything away from Tyler Perry. Like, he does that. He does that. Just to hear, you know, the things that Taraji said about him, and you know, the fact that he was the first person that paid her worth. Because trust me, I know how that go. You know, when you get in Hollywood and you get in certain places, these people feel like you should just be happy to be here, that they could pay you whatever. That, you know, he as a black man said, you know what, I'm going to pay this woman her worth. However outrageous it may seem, she feels that this is what she's worth. She's earned her stripes, and I'm going to pay it to her. So shouts out to Tyler for recognizing that. Nipsey Hussle was also honored. His beautiful family got up there. I always get moved when his mother speaks. She definitely is a captivating soul. I can just see where, like, Nipsey gets it from. And and shouts out to the baby Cross. He's just getting so big. His beautiful daughter Amani. It's unfortunate that artists got to get their flowers after they pass, but you know, we are all still reeling from that loss. Congratulations, he won the Best Male Hip Hop Artist, and BET actually did something nice. They changed the red carpet to blue carpet on his behalf. Rest in peace again to John Singleton. He was also honored. I heard some rumblings that maybe enough wasn't done to honor him. I could see that, especially when, like, every other movie that comes on BET is a John Singleton production. Like, I do feel like, you know, maybe a little more, maybe a nice montage of all his movies strung together. But there's always going to be, you know, somebody's always going to have something to say about something. So at least, you know, he was acknowledged and he was recognized, and we definitely, as a community, as a black community in entertainment, we are definitely still reeling from that loss as well. Couple of winners. We got Beyonce, who won Best Female R&B Pop Artist We got Bruno Mars, who won Best Male R&B Pop Artist. I can't front, I would have liked to seen that gone to Anderson .Paak, but, you know. Best Group, Migos. I guess that could be arguable. City Girls, even. Best Collaboration, Sicko Mode, Travis Scott featuring Drake. Best Female Hip Hop Artist, Cardi. We knew that. Best Male, Nipsey. Video of the Year, This Is America. That was an awesome video. I feel like we had a conversation some segments ago about song versus video. I always thought that the video definitely carried the record, so it would make sense for a record like this to win Best Video. Best Video Director, Karina Evans. Best New Artist, Lil Baby. Interesting. Here's a plot twist. Best Gospel / Inspiration, Snoop Dogg. Featuring Rance Allen. Now, give it up for Snoop. Give it up for Snoop. Oh, give it up for our live audience. Yes, we got a live audience. Word. I guess that's almost as funny as like Lil Nas X winning like a country award, right? Shouts out to Snoop beating out Erica Campbell and Fred Hammond and Kurt Franklin and Tori Kelly, bruh. Uncle Snoop, we love you, man. Best International Act, Burna Boy, hailing from Nigeria. Best New Artist, Sho Majozi, okay, hailing from South Africa. Best Actress, Regina King. I love you, Regina, even though you get on my nerves, because I swear you done got like 3 Hollywood roles from me, goddammit. I was supposed to be in Miss Congeniality too. Fuck, they told me, look, I called to get the time. They told me don't even bother showing up. The role has been filled, thank you. I'm like, oh. Clutch my pearls. Best Actor, Michael B. Jordan. Young Stars, Marseille Martin. Best Movie, Black Klansman. Now, I know a lot of people that didn't see this movie. I'm not sure what people expected from it. I guess, you know, I know there's a sentiment when it comes to like racism movies and slave movies and made movies, like we're all kind of like at our wits' end with all of it. But Black Klansman was definitely a good movie. A Spike Lee production. I mean, if for no other reason to represent, definitely I went to support Spike, and it was very good. Like, it was dope. I think the people that have the preconceived notion of not wanting to see it, I think you guys would be pleasantly surprised. Sportswoman, of the year, Serena Williams. Yes. Hey, she takes a licking and keep on ticking, man. We'll never have another Serena out here in this world. Shouts out to her. Sportsman of the year, Stephen Curry. Speaking of Stephen Curry and the Warriors, speedy recovery for Kevin Durant. Please, we need you out here. Despite how much people was tired of seeing the Warriors win, we're not trying to see KD go out like that. So, speedy recovery. Album of the year, Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. Oh, congratulations, Cardi. Cardi's winning a lot of things. I actually saw that she just recently won Songwriter of the Year at the ASCAP Awards. Moving on. What? Her won BET Her. Okay, BET Her won Her? I don't know what that. Okay, Her won Her, the Her Award. Kool Coca-Cola Viewers Choice Award went to Ella May. She is funny. Did y'all see the shade? Hello, her speech. She like, so, yeah, I just let my music do the talking. Shady girl, you shady. I see you. Well, congratulations to all the winners. That was the BET Awards. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on out here. And when we come back, special guest. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is. You just have to tune in on Wednesday. Peace. Yanadameen Godcast. We are back, and as promised, Digga, here to deliver. I have a very esteemed guest with me. He goes by the name of
Lost Professor.
Yeah, make some noise.
Extra P. Extra P.
Make some noise for Extra P. Make some noise for the live audience. We have a live audience in the house. Yeah, man. So Jamar wanted to cancel this week's show because he's going to be out of town, and we've actually had a few cancellations recently. So I was like, no, I got this. Trust me, I got this. So I had to hit this, and this is a total surprise. Like, he doesn't even know that you're here. And we usually we broadcast live, but I was like, nope. I want him to be surprised just like everybody else. Like, I want him to wake up on Monday morning like, Digga, no, she didn't.
Yeah, no doubt.
So yes, thank you so much for coming out. And I got on the phone. I'm like,
yeah.
But thank you. Good. As always, this is the second time I've called on you, and you just pulled up without hesitation.
You already know, family, definitely. Word up.
I appreciate you so much, man.
Absolutely. Lord J, all the way.
That's right.
We used to hang out back in the days, just hanging out style, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Lord J.
See, I was a little baby in Jersey. So I always tease him like I was a baby in the stroller while you was doing all that stuff. So, I mean, whoever is a fan of this show should be familiar with you already. Shame on them if they're not. But keep in mind, we're getting new subscribers all the time. There may be one or two scragglers out here in the world, been living under a rock, that don't know your history and your legacy. So please, take us to the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Extra P.
Extra P. Lost Professor started with a group called Main Source. That spawned Nas. That begot Nas. Begot Akinelli. And my man Fatal. Joe Fatal is Merciful. Also, just a lot of different things. My man Pete Rock did production on there. Just a lot of different, the name of the album was Breaking Atoms, Main Source Breaking Atoms.
Classic.
We had, Looking at the Front Door on there, Just Hanging Out, Friendly Game of Baseball, which was in the movie Boys in the Hood. We later went and recorded Faking the Funk, which was on the soundtrack for White Men Can't Jump, all that type of stuff. We were circulating early in the game, definitely. Main Source. And me on the production tip, like I always had a knack for DJing and messing with drum machines and stuff like that. So I just took the production thing to another level. That was my own entity outside of the group that I'm still running with, and it's good bread. We good bread.
Dope. Now you are a DJ, producer, MC. What do you consider yourself first and foremost? Were you an MC that fell in love with producing and ultimately DJing, or were you a DJ that started rapping? Like, what was your first entry into like hip hop?
Yeah, I'll probably say it was like the DJ. I mean, it wasn't actually DJing, but it was messing with records. As a kid, like you messing with records, they like toys, and you might mistakenly like, that type of thing. But it wasn't like, I was a full-fledged DJ, but I know I was messing with the music first and foremost. And then after that, like when Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh came out, I started writing. Nice. So that was, prior to that, I was just messing with the music. And then the technology took it to another level where, drum machines started coming out. Then I became a producer, and stuff like that, yeah. But it's all hip hop. It all is like from hip hop, like from, you know, that kind of thing, like tried my hand at break dancing.
I was about to say, did you break dance?
All of that. I was good breath still to this day, yeah, no doubt. So,
I had a little hand
no doubt.
I left it right there.
Catch it, Digga. Like, yeah. Nah, but you know, that type of thing. So I went through all of the different areas in hip hop and you know, music. I was getting in trouble doing all types of things, but music was the thing that I loved most. And just, you know, once you get into this industry, you got to find different channels. So since I had went through all of those different phases, it was like DJing, you know, producing, all of that type of stuff. Like there's always something to do.
Right.
So just, you know, getting busy throughout the years.
Dope. Now, what was like the defining moment? Like, okay, like I'm doing this for real. Like this is about to be my career.
Yeah. It was crazy because when I started production, the first one of the first groups that I worked with was Eric B and Rakim.
Hey,
so that was
not a bad entry.
It was like, yo, wow, like wow. So you know, I lived up though. I stepped up to it. I still had more to learn, but me and Rakim had a nice connection. You know, I mean, me, Eric B and Rakim had a nice connection, but a lot of times, like me and Rakim will be in there, like dicing stuff up, like, yo, nah, this, that type of thing, and that's where I got a lot of my production confidence from. I think, like, just being able to sit there with Rakim, not even on the rap tip, but just on the production tip, because he's a beast on the production too. But like, and just like, you know, get to compare with like the greatest. At that time, it was like, wow. So, you know, I just took that and ran with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are like your musical influences? Who are your production influences, and who are your like rapper influences?
Well, definitely on the rap tip, Slick Rick was big time. I mean, all them old, I won't say old school. I say old like OLE. But like all the old school dudes,
technically,
like,
we're old school,
you know,
right?
Yeah. You know, like,
let the youngins
we traveling now, so you know, we be in Ireland and stuff, so it'd be old now instead of old. But yeah, like Melly Mel, all the dudes from back in the days, like, you know what I'm saying, still holding it down. Definitely Rakim, Slick Rick. Like I said, he's the one who really inspired me, like just to pick up the pen from the beginning. And then afterwards, it became Nas. It became the after. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, the dudes before me. Then it came like the dudes after that. I was like, yo, wow, like Raekwon and all of them, like the Wu-Tang, all of them. So it's a lot.
Right. I know you have a very illustrious history with Nas, who is my favorite rapper. I put him, you know, as like my favorite of all time, but my GOAT is Kool G Rap.
Oh wow!
So,
now see, you serious? You know what it is?
Yeah,
well, definitely, yeah.
What was that like? I know when you were working with him, you know, both of y'all were pretty much, you know, going through the trenches together. He's not like the Nas as of now, but when you started working with him, did you predict that he would be like,
absolutely,
you know, that guy?
Absolutely.
You knew it from the beginning.
Yeah, nah, full investment from the start. Like, yo, nah, he's ill, because he was so fly and so easy with it, like real, like, I don't know, it wasn't like he was trying too hard. He was just like real fly and just always came up with the right thing to say. And like Q-Tip, not at that time, Queensbridge was like, they were still like lyrically like way up there for us in Queens. You know what I mean? Like everybody, Q-Tip, that's what I was going to say, but like that Queensbridge thing at that time, like he had it. It was just all because he knew Trash, he knew Shan, he knew everybody, and then that was all like, and then he was able to take it, you know, from there and just, wow, I'm just trying to think about those times.
No,
like,
you know what's crazy?
So ill with it.
Because we actually did a segment some shows ago and the question was, what borough in NYC do you think spawned like the greatest rappers, and you know, a couple of them was like Bronx, a couple of them was like Brooklyn, but when after everything was all tallied up and we put everything on the table, like Queens won hands down.
Q Borough, we took a hard hit though. We took no borough got hit like the borough, like yo, we took a hard hit in the beginning, like yo, Queens is, whack, yo, Queens, So it was like, dudes was like, yo, nah, we gonna get our backs up off the wall for real, and it, that was the thing, like lyrically and all of that. We took some hard hits. Like there was dudes in Brooklyn. They had to.
I was so mad at KRS One. Yo, Juice Crew is like my favorite rap crew, like of all time ever in life. I was so mad at him. Everybody was
sad, mad. It was, how could he be doing this? Like, that type of shit. Like, he didn't even know he had that effect on people. But it was just like, damn, because I was an MC Shan dude from the heart. Like Shan
Shouts
was
out
like
to MC Shan.
Shan was like an ill scientist to me because he was kind of like prophesying shit. Like, he was like, they love to hear the story. Now we got all these podcasts and Godcasts and stuff like that. He said, we living in the world of hip hop. Now all the advertisement and all of that is like MC Shan. Like, he was prophet, and I tapped into that. He was saying good words. He was like, reach for your goal because I'm reaching for mine, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, like good stuff for the heart.
We gotta get Shan up here, man.
Yo, definitely.
That would be so dope because I think Shan is very slept on. Like when you think Juice Crew, everybody thinks Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, Craig
He was the prophet. Shan was the prophet of the crew. Like he said a lot of things
Shanté,
that are in fruition now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like. He just saw all of that and just, wow. We just saw all of that. Just
Queen,
like all of that, yeah.
QB, baby, Mobb Deep, that's
Mobb Deep, all of that, word. We
So
got
did you,
up off
like
that,
as a youngin', did you see like all of these guys, like the Mobb Deeps, and like did you see them like before everybody became who they are? You just,
especially
like,
Prodigy.
In the neighborhood, in and out the bodegas.
Yeah, Prodigy, like he was already kind of like a little child star a little bit because he was dancing at his grandmother's dance studio, and then he was just like, she was lacing him, so like you see this little kid like with the fresh Coca-Cola sweater with the big chains on it, and he be mad little though, like yo, what was he got the car, he got this, like big dookie shit that like big dudes is like he got that shit on though, so it was like, I knew him from those days, like, word, P, word. So from those days in Hempstead, like, and then it was crazy because when we clicked back, it was like, oh shit, like, yo, P, like, yo, Poppy from, oh shit, like, and then like Queensbridge and everything. So it was just all a ill swirl that was nice. But like all of them, like Nas, like a lot of them, like my man Neek, like we all like just coming up. It was a good time. Good time to come up. Seen them all. Pudgy the Fat Bastard. I seen mad people coming up.
You know what? I think he was label mates with the Outsiders. He used to be on Perspective Records.
Perspective. Wow.
Sporty Thieves.
Yeah, Sporty Thieves, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
On Perspective.
Yeah, word. I seen wow, so many, so many.
Just good times, good times.
For sure.
So let me ask you, like, so now, in these times where like sampling is not real, I guess not really happening, especially with all the new producers, that's almost like an archaic style.
Right.
Do you find it hard to stay true to that essence with,
Absolutely,
like now with the streaming platforms? Because I think, is it hard to publish stuff? Because now with the sampling, like you gotta have permission.
Oh no, it's actually easier. It's easier now.
I don't want you to spill.
It's easier now because like now we
it can still
through.
happen.
Yeah, we
Easy.
broke through, and then now like these artists, they actually want to get down. They like, yo, please, like, yo, if you got something like it, I interviewed Bob James, which was crazy. It was like, yo, that's my dude. We used to cut up Nautilus, and now here I am talking. So that is good that we over that hump where like the artists back in the days, they was like, y'all sampling, y'all taking out. But then now when they was eating, and you know what I'm saying, like dudes was actually able to. So now it's a little bit more cooperation, and but the new generations, they love that sound because that shit, it just be twisted. Like it's not something that you could sit there and say, oh no, it's like, nah, because that shit got a voice in it. It got some horns. It's like,
now it's called lo-fi. It's like, it's a thing now.
Yeah, the lo-fi shit. Yeah, that's, they always want to spin it with a new name, but yeah, definitely, it's still good. Somewhere on the planet, we know that we traveling now, so we know somewhere on the planet we good. Yeah, so It's all good.
That's what's up. Still touring, yes,
yeah,
we
absolutely,
all are.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just.
Don't you just love it overseas? Yo, isn't it amazing how like we, you know, as true school hip hop artists, we can go overseas and perform for like thousands and thousands and thousands of people that treat you like royalty. And then when you're, you know, when you're home, I always say this, like, you know, when you're in your own backyard, you know, we moving through the circuits doing these 200,
but
300 venue capacities.
No, you can't say that because I was out there in Jersey with you with the whole plethora of people out there. So you
you're not.
Exactly.
I'm
saying you was out there. You had a bunch of people out there. So I'm like, it's like that all over the world now. Like we made it. Like we survived that shit. So now it's like you walking down the block, somebody like, yo, what up? Da da da. Like all over. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. We survived that shit, nigga. Word
well,
up.
You know, I was just trying to be nice.
You was out there in Jersey. You had the whole. I was like,
yes.
Wow. Like yo.
So last summer, I headlined a festival at New Jersey Performing Arts Center, and I called up all my friends. I called you up.
That was gangsta. I was like, how?
That was
like,
a serious ass show.
Like,
See, I had you.
Drez,
I had Keith. I had
Keith
Drez. I had oh man, who am I forgetting? And believe it or not, there were more people.
I know.
There were more people
deck,
coming.
Right?
Red just landed on the plane. And and I also brought out Pace from the Outsiders.
Absolutely.
Too. Shouts out to
Word.
Outsiders, my Jersey-based crew. Yeah, that was a rocking show. And they didn't even get to finish. They ended up shutting it down. I didn't even get to like the hits. I didn't get to do Touch It. I didn't get to do the Mariah joint.
Right, but you did do that Pete Rock joint, which is what I always say. I'm like, yo,
hip hop fun fact.
You gotta do the Pete Rock joint.
Hip hop fun fact. I did a festival. We did a festival. Lincoln Park Festival. Well, back then it was Rocksteady.
It was Rocksteady.
Now Rocksteady is back in New York, but at one point in time they were doing it down in Lincoln Park.
Right.
And I performed, and when I got off the stage, this man right here said to me, do me a favor, don't ever again perform without doing that Pete Rock joint. The what they call me record.
Yeah, and then I had to remind you again in VA.
You didn't remind me.
You said I got the Pete Rock joint.
I said it's so crazy that you're here because
no doubt.
But honestly, ever since you told me that, I have never taken it out my set since. Because for a while, you know, sometimes it's weird with me because I do have like
treasure chest.
I kind of got like a Harvey Two-Face thing going on. It's like sometimes I'll get to a venue and it's all about the Touch It and the Mariah and the Party and Bull and you know the hits, if you will. But then there's some places I go, they want to hear Curtains, the Pete Rock, the Primo. So, you know, in the beginning, I was a little nervous, like trying to analyze the crowd, like, are they gonna know the album cuts? Are they gonna know the big? This man right here said, I fuck all that.
Shit. Word, they gotta get that.
I don't care if it's a whole crowd full of women and children. They gotta get that Pete Rock record every time.
Definitely.
And to this day, I have never performed the show without adding that record. So thank you. Hey, OG said one thing about me. You know, I'm a student. As much as you know, I'm an artist.
We all are definitely.
I'm a student of the culture.
I wish someone would. You know, people be feeling like they can't tell me like, oh nah, he's the. You know, I'm like, nah, yo, please tell me something. Like, yo, for real.
You know, I look for them gems.
Yeah,
like
for real.
I wish a Nas or somebody.
Yo,
like,
you gotta do this.
Like, yo, sis, you gotta.
Nah, Q-Tip definitely brushed me. He was like, yo, one time we got off the stage, I thought I had killed the show. I was like, yo, we killed it, right? He was like, yo, you gotta stop cuffing the mic. You ain't killed shit. You gotta stop cuffing. And I was like,
Mos Def was that for me. Mos Def actually taught me how to hold the mic. He was like, no, all this.
Yeah.
He's like, your voice is so loud, it's so powerful. You can't project it if you're covering all of the.
So still a student. Still a student here too.
Always a student.
Absolutely.
Always a student, man. How much time we got left? 8 minutes. Yeah, 8 minutes. Oh, hey. I got you here.
Bill, yeah.
So let me ask you. Throughout your career, who were some of your favorite artists to work with?
Wow. Definitely Slick Rick, Busta Rhymes. Bus, you already know what Bus.
Yo, like, really?
Yeah, Bus. Nah, because Bus.
He's a monster in the studio.
Exactly, because he at this one particular session, Bus had because he has many different styles that you may know for of laying his vocals and stuff. So this one particular session, everyone had to leave the room. So it was like, yo, everyone leave the room. The beat was there. And then it was like all these, when we came back into the room, it was all these different voices. I was like, yo, where's that person? Where's that person? And it was all Bus. Like he was in there experimenting like crazy. It was all Bus. He had
it's like 100 tracks. 100 tracks. Remember the days of the reel to reel? We had to stack them.
Yeah, so it was like, Bus definitely like
every ad lib has like 10 stacks.
Stacks, crazy like that. I said Rakim, Nas, of course. I said Slick Rick because the technique, that was the first person I saw like sit down and do his lyrics, like kind of thing. I mean, there's so many that I'm missing, but definitely like Common, a bunch of them. Apache. I'm trying to think of who may not be with us anymore. Apache. Right. That was dope because that shit was like a party when I worked with him. It was just like, yo, we ain't got no beat, we ain't got no rhymes, but we got some weed, we got some shit to drink. Like, yo, we good. Like, yo, what's good? Like, let's go. And it just came out such a beautiful joint right there. I was so happy to work with Apache. Or many others, but And then now I'm gonna be saying this later. I'm gonna be saying Rah Digga, like, yo, once we get some.
Well, interesting enough, my second album, Everything Is a Story, that didn't come out. There is a track on there that you produced. I think it's Busta might have did something scientifical.
Okay.
But there is a track.
Oh wow, I would love to.
Credited, credited to Large Professor. But I will say this: I would definitely want to do something.
Oh yeah. Fresh. Yeah. Let's get something new. Yeah.
Like listening to it, like I think at that time in my career it was like. Dirty Harry was like considered the breakout. I'm battling everybody. I've got all the, the upper echelon of producers and stuff. And I know J Records, the second album would have came out on J Records. And they are more of a, American Idol, the home of American Idol. So,
well, explain this shit to me, cause I didn't know what was going on. Like everybody started getting big. I was like, damn, J Records and like.
So basically, we're on Elektra, and I do Dirty Harriet.
Bomb.
Busta does. What was the album that came after this? Was that Anarchy that came after this?
Anarchy. That's the one I got a track on.
Strikes?
Yeah, definitely Anarchy.
Anarchy was the one that came. Okay, so he does Anarchy, and
then there was a joint with him folding his like that. It was a black and white joint like that, and that he had.
He got so
that was
many.
The J Records joint.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I was kind of out of the loop because I was in Canada shooting 13 Ghosts. So right after I dropped Dirty Harriet. I pretty much I was out of here. Like I did 13 Ghosts. I didn't even get to come back home. I went straight from Vancouver doing 13 Ghosts to California doing Carmen with Beyonce.
No doubt.
So I was away when all of the label transitioning stuff was happening. But I do remember Busta calling me like, yo, I'm about to make a break for it. Are you with me? I'm like, you ain't even gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go, I go. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't really affect me. I guess that
because it was popping in another.
I'm over here making. I'm getting, per diem and
a little bit of music. Oh, okay,
You want to switch labels? Fine, do that.
Right.
But then I get back home and I'm like, J Records? Oh, I don't know about
a little
that.
Stiff. Yeah, it was like
at the time they only had Shells and they had battle rapper Shells.
Of course.
They had Shells and they had I believe Swiss had his production situation.
Jen was up there too.
He had Cassidy. So that was really like the only thing going on at Jay. But Jay was known for American Idol.
Cassidy,
Everybody knew that American Idol was what kept the lights on. So I was a little nervous. I was like, Bus, I don't know. Like, I feel like they're not gonna get me, the type of artist I am. Like, I'm not.
We were stubborn. Like,
You know what I mean?
you could have lived up in a way, but we were stubborn back then. Like, my way of that's how.
Because you know what it is. I always looked at myself, even to this day. Like, I always regarded myself as like an underground artist.
Of course,
all of the mainstream success I had, like in my heart, I was still underground.
Yeah.
So when they're talking about, oh, we're gonna put Alicia Keys on this hook and that, I'm like, because my first album.
But you could have thugged it. You could have thugged it, but we was so stubborn.
It always turned out like that, though.
Yeah.
Even with the Mariah song,
right.
I'm talking about Lucy's and Busta's and 50 Cent. So like, I'm gonna find a way to be grimy, regardless. So I definitely,
timely, right?
I was on the fence with Jay, and then that album ended up not coming out. But I'm almost happy that it didn't, because it would have took me in a direction that I feel like in present day, I don't know if I could be where I'm at right now. Like,
no, you got the core. So once you got that core,
I felt like that album was about to take me somewhere too mainstream.
You would have probably had to do 2 or 3.
Right, to the point where
joints
it's like when you do that, like now you always have to make hits. It's like now you're in that box, as opposed to, always being tied to the root and to the essence, where we know that's how you sustain for a lifetime. So oh my goodness.
On that note,
we're gonna be back. No, we are far from done. We are so far from done. Yanadameen Godcast, Large Professor in the building. We'll be right back. Yay. Welcome back to Yanadameen Godcast. I am Rah Digga. Jamar is absent, and we have our very special guest still in the building with us. My man,
Professor Extra P.
Extra P. So, let me ask you, how you feeling about hip hop nowadays?
Hip hop nowadays, you saying hip hop, you're not asking about trap and all of that. You just saying
okay,
right? You're not asking about,
so,
those are 2 different genres. Like hip hop is safe and warm all over the world. It's great. Hip hop is great, but right now, like the radio, with the trap and all of that, there's some good trap that I like. And then even some of the Earl Sweatshirt, like a lot of dudes, like listen to a lot of the new stuff. There's some exceptional dudes like Travis Scott.
I was about to say, any particular artists you feel?
Yeah, I don't be trying to be on the hype beast tip. I be, actually like scanning them for like if I really like them or not. And like there's a lot of good music still out there. Because I'm musical, it's the melody and stuff like that. So I don't care what drum pattern it is or like the tempo or whatever. Like if the melody is right and stuff like that, like I rocks with it. And there's a lot of, especially with all like what you said, what they have the lo-fi and all of this like downbeat stuff now. Like a lot of that stuff, they still experimenting with samples, and that's what I like, because it's using a hip hop tactic, but they just spinning it, in a different way.
Are there any new artists that you have plans to work with?
I got traditional new dudes that's ready to rock on some hip hop, like boom bap type shit. Like,
right. Always.
Oslo, Prince Just. I got like a plethora of dudes that's like ready, on some fresh, like we know the language, you know what I'm saying? We just fresher with it, like type stuff. So there's always.
Always. Could you see yourself like tapping into like the boom trap market?
I can. No, I'm skilled to do it. I'm definitely skilled to do it. I can make it, but it ain't my preference. You know what I mean? But I could definitely, if somebody wanted to enlist, yo, what's up? I'll rock with them. Definitely.
Word. That's what's up. So tell us a funny tour story. Give us a, and, if you don't want to name, if you can't name names, I understand, but like, just tell me one of your like wildest experiences on the road.
All right. Oh wow.
I see you reliving it already.
Yeah.
Nah. Like, wait,
no, because it's so many.
This.
I gotta think of which ones I told already. All right. So
it's okay.
It's funny. There was a time where When Jay was going at Nas, he was talking about this tour that we were on. We were on a promo tour. Jay-Z, I'm speaking of.
Of course.
All right, so Jay-Z was on tour. He was with Jaz-O. Irv Gotti was there. Ja Rule was there early. These are when these guys weren't out. You know what I mean? So they was on the road, like doing they roadie kind of thing and everything. So we had it's funny because I think we talking about the show right after what he was referencing on his diss record towards Nas, where he was like, yo, I was on tour with Large Professor, that type of thing. So now we went to Atlanta, and so we rocked the show. I think it was at Spelman. It was all of us, UMCs, Jazz, all of us. So we rocked the show. Everything was fun. Gathered a little crowd. You know how I go. You know, everybody, yo, where y'all going? Everything. So we gathered a crowd. So we bugging out. We got mad different people in all the different rooms or whatever and shit. So I was making mad noise and shit. Like I was always like, I'll be playing music like my old records. Like I'm coming from record shopping now. Like I'm get the old records playing for people and shit, nice. Bugging out. So we in there bugging. I'm putting lampshades on people's heads and shit like that, bugging out and shit. So one of the dudes, somebody came and knocked on the door. Yo, from the label. Yo, you gotta keep it down. And he had linked with his man that was like, I don't know. He was down with some frat though. So he's telling me, yo, you gotta turn it down in your room, whatever, like the label dude. I'm like, all right, no doubt. His man started, yeah, cause, and I was just standing there, I'm like, all right, no, he could tell me what's good, but
right.
I don't even, he just keep going, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we wound up leaving the hotel that night. We had to go early. It was nighttime. It was early morning actually, and homie ain't. He was, nobody was feeling that shit. Me and him had to talk for a second.
Okay.
We had to have a discussion.
Okay.
It wasn't with words no more. You know what I mean? So we had to leave. We had to get out of there. So it was crazy and shit. It was bugged out and shit. Everybody's like, party over and shit, but nah, the label dude brought his man, and his man tried to enforce rules and shit. Yo, nah, cause I'm like, nah, dogs, hold up. The label dude could tell me this, or a hotel manager could tell me this. Right. But nah, don't come in with this. So yeah, it just spun out of control. I ain't trying to, act like I was out there bugging and shit, but yeah, that got bugged out. Yeah, that shit got bugged out. That shit got bugged out. Another time I stood on the speaker while Slick Rick was rocking and shit. That was quick little just rock came out of nowhere and shit, just rocked on the speaker and shit during Slick Rick show.
Okay. Wait, you did a Little Mama?
He was doing
was that the equivalent of Little Mama?
You heard I was up on the speaker. She was like,
Slick Rick doing his show what you doing up there?
Hey little guy, what you doing up there?
Wow.
Bugged out shit. I still be bugging and shit. The industry didn't get to me. I didn't, I'm still the bugged out hip hop dude. From, you know what I'm saying, some people they got real, you know what I mean, and all that, you know what I'm saying. So I still be bugging and shit like that.
Now, you mentioned Jay, and I'm only gonna ask one question about this situation because I actually hate it. It was great for hip hop, but it was messing with me internally. Two of my faves, Jay and Nas. Yeah. And you work closely with both guys. When that was going on, did you feel pressure to pick a side?
I never did a song. I still don't have a song with Jay. I wish I did. We rock and we, hung out, everything but the song. So I was automatically with Nas. You know what I mean? I'm like,
right on.
All right, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's the God, blah, blah, blah. But when it was happening, I liked Jay's song better. So it was a crunch for me because it was I'm rocking with Nas. I wanted Nas to go back at him with the same thing. Nas was rocking him a different way though. So it was, yeah.
Can I tell you a funny story? So when the Takeover came out, right? I was always Team Nas.
Yeah,
I love Jay to death.
Of course.
He really is the GOAT, but just Nas is just it for me.
Of course, that's the God.
So like when you said he was rocking different, because I recall the first record that was released after that was
Paid in Full joint or something.
Was it I thought it was the General. The General. Me.
Okay, see, but I didn't see that as a retort.
Right, like, it wasn't a retort.
Right.
But that was the first thing that I heard after Takeover, and I'm like, no, this is a battle.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. You was like, yo, let's go. I was the same way.
I said to Chris Lighty, and I'm laughing at myself now, but I actually said to Chris Lighty, I'm like, no, tell Nas, this is war. He can't do that. Yeah. I'll write the response for him.
Shit.
I told
everybody, Jungle, everybody's like, yo, son, say this. Yo, if you would have saw the day that he did Ether, it was like everybody, it was like people was crawling like, yo, son, Nas, say this. Nah, son, you gonna kill him if you say this. Like,
see, I didn't even know Ether was in the works. I just thought I thought maybe he was trying to ignore him, or trying to take me to take the high road. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And and Chris Lighty was like, okay, baby, I'm gonna tell him Shook. Baby. But
that's crazy.
I'm like, wow. I'm sitting now. I laugh every now and then. I think about it. I laugh to myself like, picture me telling Nas, hey, I got these rounds.
Yeah, I got this for you. Like, yo, nah, that's crazy.
I was serious.
That's crazy. That would have been
Oh man. So, have you worked with any females in music, in hip hop?
In hip hop,
I don't.
Nikki D. I have a remix for.
I'm gonna say I don't. I'm trying to remember. I was sitting here trying to scan my.
I don't have. I don't think I have any. I know I do. Oh wow, this is crazy. I know Shanté, of course, because that was a good time because
I played the Queens. Y'all was there.
G Rap was kind of like co-writing, and I was doing the beat. Shawnee would come to the studio. That was good. Nikki D, of course.
G Rap co-writing Shanté.
There was a time. And I'm putting that nice and professionally put.
Okay.
He co-wrote. You know what I mean? But it was
oops.
There's someone else. There's someone else. There's someone else I can think of, but I can't right now. I know there are many. Yeah, there are many.
Okay. Who are the females, if any, that you are feeling present date? Besides Rah Digga, of course.
Of course, Rah Digga always. Wow. There's See, the names are gonna throw me though.
I know there's like a whole rainbow array of them now. At one point it was kind of quiet, and then
maybe I don't know what her name was. That's running with Ella G that we saw the other day. She's ill, and that girl that's running with 38 Special is ill. I forgot the girl that's down with 38 Special. She's tough now, and they are boom bap.
Damn it, I was actually
relentless.
Just talking to her.
Hip hop, ill, spitting type.
Yeah,
for real.
Word. Oh, that's what's up.
I'll get their names, hopefully. What's Eva? Oh, Fever, right? Yeah, Fever, right? Fever. Yeah, Fever. Yeah.
I actually just got put onto her too. Like literally,
she's saying
this
shit.
week.
Yeah. She was saying some tough stuff. And homegirl that's down with 38 Special too. Yeah, she's tough too. She just came out with an album. But definitely, it's time. I could go for the industry, now just being an old female, rocking the mic, kind of MC kind of thing. I'm tired of tough guys and all of that type of shit. It's
really, you think it's a lot of I'm
still in the depths.
See, I feel the opposite. I miss the toughness.
It's softies on the on that. No, but I'm still in the depths with these dudes with the hip hop, the head nod hip hop dudes, and it's a lot of relentless, more than ever shock value rap, and it's put your mother's head in the, you know what I mean? It's shit that now, on some some shock value shit, and it's nah, cause I ain't hearing I see
what you're saying, but that ain't tough to me.
That shit ain't never been tough.
I miss the toughness that like painted that picture for you, like this is this is real street. Not that
just cut to the gories.
Yeah, like the Mob Deep, telling the story, temperatures rising. It's like, my man on the run.
Little bit of vocabulary and shit like that. Yeah.
Shouts out to Griselda. I think they're doing a great job of like.
Definitely not. They tough. They tough. I like that the movement is, and that's a good thing too. Now that the movement is coming from up top in New York, I'm saying is that it's coming from up top, and like the city need to be like kind of taking notice, like, cause them dudes up north, they doing their thing right now in the city, like that's all that Buffalo, Rochester stuff and all of that, so it's kind of dope.
Speaking of females, I gotta shout out my girl Lyric Jones. She like, you better make sure you tell.
Word, and Star, my girl Star. Word, how can I forget Star? Yeah, Star getting busy. Earth Say Love, like there's
so
a bunch
many
of people.
Rock,
for real.
Boog Brown, Il Camille. There's a lot of dope females out there. Definitely.
That's it's kind of tough because like where you at with it, because you got in there at an early point, and so like a lot of them can probably admit that they was influenced by you. So
I do get that a lot.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
What's crazy with me? I feel like I was like,
and it was my bad. It was different for you because you was actually like.
Yeah,
like
and
like
I see,
them,
and I always considered myself like a direct descendant of MC Lyte.
Of course.
And it was like right when I got my,
even how you host the shows, like how you,
I know I'm very vocal with my hands. That's why I gotta keep my nails done. Right when I got in, the shift had already happened. Right. It was Kim. It was Foxy, who at one point was like the little grimy, and then and then she made the sexy shift with when she started rocking with Jay. So it was almost like me against the world. It was like I had to compete with these females, Trina, Booty, all of this, and
but you always held it down because you had to always. But how like I wonder how you felt like about Antoinette, like somebody like Antoinette.
Oh, Antoinette, I loved Antoinette.
And now she's been making a comeback now.
I love
Antoinette,
and we've actually we've been on a few different lineups in recent years. So shouts out, and I see that's my type of female.
That's what I thought when you were saying.
That's right. I was there.
Absolutely.
Even with the her and MC Lyte.
With Dorothy Ashes.
I low key I was Team Antoinette.
Wow.
I was Team Antoinette.
I was just a spectator. Like I was just watching. I was just having fun watching them. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But like, Beat Biter, and then Antoinette had what was Antoinette's song? It was because Light came in. She was like, I know who got your bloody attitude. And then Antoinette came with.
Antoinette had that was Who's the Boss, and then
Who's the Boss was going at Light.
I don't think so. That was just
what was Antoinette? Because she had a song
I'm trying to remember.
Because Light was going.
I'm so mad. I'm having a brain fart right now. I probably have to Google it.
Yeah, Light says something about Antoinette having a bloody attitude.
Mm-hmm. And that was in 10% Diss.
Right, that was in 10% Diss, and then Antoinette,
I Got an Attitude, right?
No,
I don't remember what came first.
That was I Got an Attitude, and then 10% Diss, and then they came out with another one that maybe I'm writing a new story or something. I don't know.
Look, I
thought Antoinette came back with something, so I don't know. But that was like, yes,
there you go, my guy.
Yes, no doubt, word, definitely, So
shouts out.
It was good. It was good to
Try it fast, please.
Good to see like. You know what I'm saying, the female stepping up, and even to this day, like I love to see Antoinette making her way back in the game, like representing for our type of hip hop.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. That's what's up, man.
So, on the ladies' frontier too. Word.
Continue. Okay. Oh, we good. Hang on. Oh, I done lost my questions. Oh, okay. So, what albums are you currently bumping right now?
Oh, wow.
Actually, that's a weird question because I feel like we don't we're in an era like where we don't really bump albums. Well, we still make albums.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the in the land of streaming and this digital everything going on.
Oh wow, I know.
Who are some of your go-tos?
Wow, right? I mean, because I always listen to a lot of older music. You know what I'm saying? I'm always listening to like the older albums and stuff like that. But on the hip hop tip, wow. I mean, I know a lot of people who have stuff out, like Nems. This dude, Nems, has some stuff out. It's that I'm actually checking for. Right. You know what I'm saying? My man Neek got some joints out there. My man Lord Nez. Like I'm in that. Like I'm the people who everyone is trying to hype. Like I try to stay away from that because
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for like the next person, and as soon as everybody else gets on them, I'm on to the next.
Yeah.
Like I probably have about 2-3 songs with Rapsody. And they were done back in like 10 years ago. They're like 10 years old when she was just like a little youngin'. Yeah. And I noticed like now, whenever the conversation comes up, when people want to talk about or give the illusion that they're in the know, like what? I know real hip hop Rapsody, like now she's just kind of like a go-to name. But I'm like, okay, but we know that already.
Right.
Who else?
Yeah. Now on the quality tip, I know what you're saying. Because there are people who do that just to try to be like a trendy person. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's just like, all right, you and you keep it moving type. So definitely, everybody, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, I got a recommendation for you. Jim Jones has a fantastic album out right now. Shouts out that El Capo. Jamar and I, we oftentimes we talk a lot of politics. We talk a lot of just stuff going on in the world. I feel like we don't really get to like just chop it up and break down music stuff. But definitely want to recommend that new Jim Jones for everybody. It's like. You'll be so surprised. Like
Jones knows.
I mean, he's dope. Like
he knows. Once I heard
he's rhyming
once
now.
Once I get that favorite, and like my favorite is the Pete Rock produced the G's Up joint. Once I heard that from Jones, and I knew that he knew once he got Wavy a part of it. Like once he got you know what I'm saying. But like once I heard G's Up, I was like, oh nah, he actually knows. Cause sometimes you wonder like with some of these, like some of the newer artists, like the trap, like the stuff like that, do they actually know what real hip hop is? Like or like what it's supposed to shine.
Like do they know it and they're just doing this to make money, to get on
like,
real quick?
Or they wasn't good at that, so they just doing this, like this is coming up now, so they like, oh no, I only do that, because that'd be the thing too. A lot of people, they tried and hand at it, they wasn't good, and then the game kept moving, and then now they got good at this shit, and they like, oh no, hey, fuck that, and it'd be like, nah, you just wasn't good at that shit back in the days type shit. But it's a lot, but Jones, once I heard that G's Up, I was like, that's ill. That's ill. And that's my thing as on a DJ tip, like once I get that favorite from a person, so like we good for life, you know what I'm saying? Like you got many, but that like, cause even with the joint that y'all did, I know I got you open joint type shit. Yeah, that was you rocking on that too. I was like, this got some joints. Definitely.
That's what's up. So check it out, right? We one of our segments, we created like a hip hop government. And funny because
Eric Sermon came out with a song.
Eric Sermon did the song, but what's messing with, we did that segment, like we literally sat here and created this whole government, and then like later that night or the next day, Eric's album dropped, like wait a minute. Like I was putting together the whole workflow and everything. So if we had a hip hop government, what position would you take and why?
I would take like one of them branches, like
you got mayors, you got council, you got governors.
I would be like one of them branches, like the branch, like the NASA branch or something. Like with a like the experiment, like yo, we gotta call in the specialist.
Yo,
Like, 'cause
see,
yeah,
I
that
said
type
the
of shit.
same
Like,
thing.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm the black.
You be
I
like,
just
yeah,
kept saying,
the
I'm
other-
black ops.
Yeah,
That's
for
all.
real. Like yo, I'm over there on the side. Like yo. Oh, this is a time for lost professor. Like yo, boom. Like I come
You the
like
professor.
yo, like yeah, definitely that type of shit. Like, cause I
Ooh.
don't fuck with the government shit. Like I don't fuck with that shit. I don't none of that shit.
Like you
So,
don't want to
I'm-
be part of
yeah,
the system, the integral
yeah,
part. You want to be See, I'm the same way. Like I kept saying,
yeah.
I want to be black ops. I want to be black ops. All I know
the
is
government-funded company on the
Right.
side and shit. Like yo,
I'm the person you call when you need shit to go away or some shit to happen. You know, like that was my position.
Word.
That's funny. 3 minutes? Okay. So, if you could live in another decade for 24 hours, one whole day,
You already know.
what decade would it be, and what would that day entail?
Nah, well, I mean, I'm a historian, so I'm gonna always say like the 70s, of course, like because that's when I was like, I would love to like be able to live like the day I was born, like you know what I'm saying, and actually see like, oh shit, like you know that type of thing. Like I would love that, but I just always like I'm a historian, so like all that 60s and 70s stuff, like I'm always intrigued by like what. The styles and all of that, like
the 70s was my answer too. I said the 70s. I said I don't know what I'm doing in the daytime, but that night I'm going to Studio 54.
Okay, now, yeah, what I would do, I would probably just walk around uptown, like I'll be doing now. Walk around uptown, just digging the styles. Okay. I probably, now I'm talking like them now. Shit, I'll be up there digging the styles and shit like that. Hitting my hog and we go like. All of that type of shit, just relive that for a second. Word. I think I'll be trying to do that with these records and stuff like that. So, you know, it's all good. Word.
And one last fun question. Fun question. If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, like this is it. This is all you can listen to for the rest of your life, what would that album be? Today my answer would be Bohannon Stop and Go. Bohannon, they got a song called Singing a Song for My Mother. They got a song called Save Their Souls. It's a nice album. It's, but that's that throwback stuff that I'll be listening to. That's fine listening, Digga. Okay. That's fine listening. See, that's one of them questions that you gotta like answer immediately, because if you think about it, then you'll start. Because my first response was Infamous, and I was like, no wait, Illmatic. Oh wait, Sade.
Oh, wow. See, that's the whole thing. You gave me like a big scope to deal with. Like if you would have said hip hop, I would have been
that's what it is. You can't think about it. Because if you think about it, you're gonna go nuts. You just gotta think of the first album.
But on the hip hop tip, I would say like Marley's first album, like the In Control first album. No, that shit was, and I think because we're around those times right now, like when it dropped.
For life.
Not really. I'll be rocking with everybody. I rock with everybody.
I'm Jersey for life. Can't nobody
that's real.
You can't. Hey, look, the best MCs come out of Brick City. All this Queens, Bronx, what y'all talking about?
Live
Jersey.
Live
for life, baby.
Live. We were saying that the other day too. Like, yo, a lot of live rappers come from.
Hey, put our Jersey girls, put Latifah, Rah Digga, Lauren, Heather B. Bro.
I'm gonna be quiet right now. I'm gonna just chill right now, because I can't even rap against y'all. Like I got bangers and all that shit. I'll sit the fuck down when y'all get on the mic for real and just listen and look like. Spectator.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for always reaching out.
Before we leave,
I got signed.
Oh, shut up. Let people know your social media, what you're doing, project coming out. Just let it all hang out. Or matter of fact, tell it to this camera.
You out there, XP Large Pro is the Instagram, and that's all I'll be really rocking with. Sometimes you gotta just narrow it down, you know what I'm saying? You got all these different things, but just check for all of that. Lost Professor, XP Large Pro, Rah Digga, the whole world, we out here, one way or another, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing still to this day. Peace.
Yanadameen Godcast. Make some noise for our